Hello, my beautiful friends. How are you doing today? How is your day going? I hope great. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to appreciate you for being part of this community that I'm, growing. Thank you for your continued support to me on this channel by watching my videos. And for those of you who comment, who like, and who share my videos, I appreciate you and I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It has been quite a long time since I last uploaded. More than 3 weeks now, if I'm not mistaken. I apologize for that. It's just because I've been working on my exams, and I thank God it went well. Exams, they need your time. They need your dedication. You need to invest much time in more, especially energetically. Your brain power. You need full concentration. And as a single mom of 5 here in Europe, and also the nature of my job, that is full-time job in a healthcare, it's not easy for me. So for me not to weigh myself down or get burnt out, I have to slow down. I'm beginning to learn how to slow down these days, because as a Sagittarius, we are the fire sign. We are energy, fire. We want to do a lot of things. I think that is what keeps us moving. What makes us different or differ from most people is we always want something new to explore, to do, and yeah, it keeps us moving. But it could equally weigh you down when you don't learn to slow down from time to time. So I'm learning to slow down from time to time, put that brake on myself to slow down, so that I don't get myself overwhelmed. I don't get myself exhausted, especially mentally. It's very easy for one to get yourself exhausted mentally, and emotionally. So I've learned to, from time to time, to slow down. So that was what really happened. That was the reason why I have not uploaded recently. I really needed to dedicate time to studies, and I'm happy and I'm proud of myself that exams, they went well, and I literally beat my widest imagination. Listen, there's nothing you cannot accomplish. There's nothing you cannot achieve if you put your mind to it, and if you dedicate time and get to work on it. Nothing will ever happen just like that. You need to take action. So today's video is just a motivational one. I just want to inspire and motivate someone out there who could be going through some sorts of challenges. Don't give up on yourself. No matter what is happening around you, learn to pause from time to time and nurture yourself, take care of yourself, your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. Spend time in nature. These are the things that I do that helps me a lot. Spend time in nature, spend time alone, move away from the crowd, move away from the noise. Listen, we are energetic beings. This is one of the things that people don't really understand, especially we Christians. We are energetic beings. And what does that mean? It means we carry energy with us. We carry energy with us. And energy is everything, and everything is energy. If you are staying around people who drains your energy, you find it difficult to work on yourself, to improve on yourself, to reinvent your life. You find it very difficult because you need energy to invest. You need your energy to really be able to accomplish anything. And for you to know all these things, it starts from self-love. When I talk about self-love, it's like I talk about self-love most of the time. I talk about it a lot because that is the reason why I emphasize more or talk more on self-love. it has helped me a lot. Self-love has helped me. It has helped me a lot. My life changed the moment I started loving me. My life changed the moment I started putting myself as priority. You know, self-love or putting yourself as priority has nothing to do with being selfish or being egocentric or being, self-centered. On the contrary, when you love yourself, then you can be able to love the next person. Just as the scripture says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. You can't possibly love someone, if you don't love yourself. The quality of love you give to yourself is the same quality of love you give to the next person. And you can't share what you don't have. I always say this because I learned, the hard way. I am a giver. And because of that, people take advantage of me. When you have a good heart and you're a giver, takers don't set limits. The giver has to set limits. And these things will start happening when you start to love yourself. Because when you start to love yourself, that is when you put yourself as priority. That is when you begin to do things that will help you to reinvent yourself. You begin to see where you are lacking. When you love yourself, when you fall madly in love with yourself, that is when you discover who you truly are. The things that make you happy, the things that you like and dislike. You get to know yourself better. People get into relationships without even knowing who they are. That's why I say energy is everything. We have to be very careful. People carry lots of energy, kinds of energy, and they mix it with other people's energy. They mingle with other people's energy. You have to protect your energy. When you protect your energy, that's how you protect your life. You protect the things that are important to you. Protect your loved ones. It all starts with how you protect your energy. You see. So I just want to encourage someone out there who is going through whatever kind of challenge or difficulty, not to give up on themselves. Sometimes what we seek out there is equally seeking for us. But the problem that most people miss out on their blessings, after much praying, after much fasting, after much, doing this faith thing, believing, I always say it, you can't manipulate God. There are laws and principles that govern the universe. Okay, and if you want to get more, when there is a secret that Jesus dropped to us, which many of us still find it difficult to apply, maybe because of we don't really understand that secret. Knowledge is everything, and that secret is when that secret is, when Jesus was feeding the 5,000 and he raised the fish and the bread to the sky or to the heavens. There's one thing I learned there. When the disciples came to him and they were all complaining, we have multitude following you. They are tired, they are hungry. Where do we get food to feed them? And he said, go and feed them. And they were like, where do we get money? We don't have enough even for us. How can we feed all these people? Where are we going to get the money? Today's video is really centered on this. If you are struggling, if you are having financial difficulties, if there are things in your life that are lacking, relationships, your relationship with God, you're not getting your blessings that you're supposed to be enjoying as the kingdom citizen, your privileges as a kingdom citizen, you're not enjoying it in your health, in your relationships, in your finances, in whatever you are doing. Pay attention to this secret that I'm dropping here. Maybe your problem is because you complain a lot. Maybe because you murmur too much. Stop murmuring, stop complaining. Why don't turn it, your murmuring or your complaining, turn it into blessing God. People want to see before they believe. There's a reason Jesus raised those things to the sky and give thanks to God. It's It symbolizes something, and that is what is eluding so many people. You want to see it before you believe. That's not faith. You know, that is not faith. You have to believe before you see. You have to give thanks first before you can actually have that thing in your hands. First of all, give thanks to God. Be appreciative of the little you have. Just thank God. People complain, they murmur. Listen, I always say this to my children. If the little you have is not enough for you, even if you have, like for example, if you have 50 euros and it's not enough for you, listen, even if I give you 500 euros, it will still not be enough, because there is something behind, you know, being grateful, showing, you know, gratitude. And that is the secret that Jesus dropped. I can write a whole book on this, you know, on this topic. You must be grateful if you want to receive more. Imagine when you have people working around you, or in ministry, or in workplace. You have people who devote their time, you know, they share what they have, they give, they spend their time, their energy, everything, and you are always complaining. Like the little mistake they make, you just start complaining and murmuring. Then you forget every other things that they have been doing. That person with time will get discouraged and they will stop. If you don't stop complaining, you know, and gaslighting their mistakes. So it's the same thing. What you sow is what you reap. If you sow murmuring, complaining, you know, never being grateful, never being contented. Being contented is not settling. You know, many people have settled. That is not being contented. Being contented is being grateful for the little you have while you pursue your greater dream. That is what it means to be contented. I am contented with the little I have now, but that did not stop me from dreaming big and pursuing my dreams. It means I am not greedy. I am not murmuring when I don't have it that time. I am not angry, you know, cursing because I don't really have it. You make God angry when you curse, when you are angry, you murmur, you complain. You know, just a minute after you have finished praying, that moment you are praying, in that moment you feel you can move the mountain. Your faith is there. You speak in tongues. You do everything. 2 days, not even 2 days, as you are leaving the church auditorium, something happened. You start complaining. This are one of the things that I hate when I was still married with my ex-husband. You know, little thing like this, he will just like panicking. He will just complaining. He will start blaming. He will start pointing fingers. If you didn't do it this way, you wouldn't have arrived to this. This thing would have been avoided had it been. Or he will start blaming himself. Had it been, no. Just calm down. Calm down. In that your calm state, that's when you can hear. God is there to listen. Have you ever experienced divine providence, divine protection, divine guidance? That is the privileges you're supposed to be enjoying as a child of God. If the unbelievers are enjoying it, why can't you enjoy it? Why won't you? The sunshine is not limited to the house of believers. When the sun rises, it does not rise in your church alone for you, because you're a believer, because you're a child of God. When the sun rises, it rises for everybody in the whole world to enjoy the sun rays. When the rain starts to fall, it doesn't fall just in your house or in your church because of you, because you are God's child. The whole world belongs to God. Every person you see on the street, both those with whatever, they are all children of God. You were only privileged to know God. You know, most people are arrogant, especially ministers. They think or they feel because they are ministers of God or because they are children of God, and they are better than every other person out there. They are more special than every other. No, that's why they don't have humility in them. Listen, for you to be a child of God is a privilege. It's a privilege, it's an honor. And you need to reverence that. You need to guide it with jealously guide it. You don't need to take it for granted, and you don't need to abuse it. Many people abuse their privileges as children of God, and that's why they are not, you don't see any growth in their life. There's no growth in their ministry, there's no growth in their life whatsoever. Because they are just, I'm a child of God. And so what? Every other person, that unbeliever out there is equally a child of God. God don't throw them away. The rain falls in their house as it falls in your house. The sun shines upon them the same way it shines on you. There is abundance of God flowing everywhere. There is abundance of health, abundance of peace. Listen, you can be the peace you seek to find in the world. You can be the joy you seek to find in that happiness you seek to find in the world. You can be that happiness. That's why the scripture said, let your light shine, because the world is in a dark place and they need our light. And how can you shine in a dark world when you don't even know that you're a light carrier? How can you be of a blessing to others when you yourself you are struggling with the little you have? Many ministers are stingy. They are stingy. They are stingy with their time. They are stingy with their phone calls. They are stingy with their money. The little they have, they hoard it. They want more. Takers. Most of them, I don't say all ministers, most ministers are takers. And if you are a giver, if you don't guide yourself, they will consume you. They will sap you. They will useless you. And they will leave you empty. Most people, listen, people who don't have, they are not empathic. They don't feel anything for another. They are egoistic human beings. They are self-centered. Everything is about themselves. When they come close to you, they have already done the mathematics. Everything is about themselves. And that's why they are not growing. Because God can't help such people. God's blessings flow. When you hoard it, you block it. And listen, that you block it does not stop it from flowing. It finds a different route. That's how it works. Am I talking to somebody? I just want to drop this inspiration to somebody. I just want to motivate somebody. I just want to be a blessing to you today. Today is Monday. This is a Monday motivation. I want you to start this new week with the right mindset. I want that you coming across this video today will be a blessing. If you haven't learned anything from this video, just learn one thing. Be grateful for the little you have. Live a life of gratitude. It has helped me in a time that people here in Padova does not, they does not know what I was going through. What makes people strong is because they were able to move mountains, and they do it silently. They fight their battles alone. That's what makes them strong. Strong people are not people who complain. They don't murmur. They don't complain. When they are faced with difficulties and problems, they sat back, they calm their mind, and they try to look for solution. Because in every problem there must be a solution. In every problem there must be a solution. You just have to find the formula. You just have to find a way. And when you start seeking, listen, the Bible said, seek and ye shall find. There are so many secrets in the word of God. There are so many secrets in the teachings of Jesus. But unfortunately, many pastors will not like what I'm about to say. Many ministers will not like, but it is true. And if you apply what I'm saying, you will see the result in yourself, in your life. The teachings of Jesus, they have all been twisted. Because they will never, listen, if heaven is a place to go, those that gave you the Bible will not even allow you to enter there. If you look back at history, look back into your history, those that brought the Bible to you, if heaven is a place to go, you will never enter, because they will not allow it. They will hoard it, they will keep it for their children and their children's children. Heaven is a state of consciousness. Heaven is a state of consciousness. It's a state of mind. There are deep secret and deep meaning in the word of God. especially in the teachings of Jesus. No wonder they killed him. No wonder they killed him to silence him. He was talking too much. He was exposing too many things that were supposed to be, kept for the few. People love power. People love mind control. And when anybody controls your mind, he controls your whole life. This is another topic for another day. But for today, I just want to, concentrate on gratitude. If you want to bring more into your life, be grateful. And there is another secret to get more. It's in sharing. Sharing does not only mean giving money. This thing I'm doing, I am sharing. Do you know that since I started this YouTube channel, God has opened doors to me that I tried to open by my power and by my strength, and it couldn't. I was looking onto people to help me, and I only got disappointed. Listen, when you share your time is so precious. And that when you share that 10 minutes, 1 hour that you share, God will bless you for that, because what you sow, you reap. When you share your energy, you make people happy. You pull people up from their depressive mood in that moment when they come across you, you brighten their day. You are sowing into their life. You are sowing. Everything is energy, and the more energy you sow into people's life, the more energy you attract into your life. And the kind of energy you are giving out is the kind of energy that is going to come back to you multiplied. That's the law and principle, and you can never manipulate this. You can only adapt to it, flow with it, and I don't know how to put it. You can. And when you make this a lifestyle and you live this way, the universe will conspire, to bring more of what you are giving out back to you. God or the universe, because God is not different from the universe. When I say God, Christians call it God, the Muslims call it Allah, we the Igbos we call it Chukwu, the scientists call him universe. So you call him, the name you call him is because of how you comprehend him, how you know him, and you give him that attribute. God is, he said, I am omniscience, omnipresent, omnipotent. Omnipresence means he is everywhere, and omniscience means time and space is irrelevant where God is concerned. God is everywhere at the same time, and omnipotent, he can do the unthinkable. Nothing is impossible, but you have to attune, you have to align to the laws and the principles, so that you don't walk against them. When you don't attune, when you don't align to the laws and the principles, they work against you instead of working in your favor. Okay, but you can never manipulate God. No matter that you pray too loud cannot make God to answer you or give you the things that you want. And that you can preach very well, you can speak English very well, can't make God, it can't move God. And that you cry when you are praying, you shed tears, you hit yourself on the ground, those are nothing but emotional outbursts. Has nothing to do with being spiritual or being powerfully anointed. Most times what people express is nothing but emotional outbursts of anger, of pain, of hurt, of unhealed emotional wounds. That's why you have to be careful the kind of vibe you mingle with, the kind of energy you mingle with. As I said at the beginning of this video, energy is everything. People carry kinds of energy. One person can carry different kinds of energy, So I just want to drop this. I'm coming back from the gym, and take good care of yourself. Do workout, drink water, especially in this heat period. Make sure you eat a lot of vegetables. It's difficult to sleep these days because of the weather. If you sleep under the AC, you wake up maybe with your nose closed. Kata. If you sleep with the fan, you wake up, all your body, like me, all my body will be paining me. So I'm finding it difficult to sleep these days, but I'm trying to adapt because that's the weather We can't do otherwise, and I'm grateful and thank God for the weather. We waited for this summer and now it is here, so can't just but bless God for it. Have a blessed day. Stay blessed. Remember, when you thank God for what He's doing in your life, He will add more. When you complain, you reduce. So don't reduce but add. Love you. And if you haven't subscribed, please, sorry for the background, somebody just parking. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so right now. Click that subscription button, subscribe, and don't forget to share, like, give it a thumbs up if you like this video. And there is a bell button below. If you hit that bell button, what does it mean? It means that anytime I upload a new content, you'll be the first to be notified that, like, hey, Augustina just uploaded. So thank you once again for watching so far. I hope you have a blissful day. I hope your week is blessed. Thank you so much once again. Bye.